Merlin. That's the stray cat we've been feeding. Like Beatrix Lestrange. Hello, beautiful creature. My best friend is driving down today and we're going to decorate a tree outside in our front yard, and we're going to decorate it with apple and orange slices. I made these yesterday. These are just orange slices that are sprinkled with cinnamon and they smell incredible. And then I also did some apple slices because apple slices make these little stars and I thought they'd be pretty for an ornament. We're also going to do car charms because magic. I cooked some orange peels and some apple chips because we're going to be using them in a tea blend. Boom, orange peels for tea. I'm also going to be using star anise and cinnamon sticks. These smell like black licorice or Jaeger. Ugh. Thoughts were not thunk whenever I was thinking of this because I didn't poke holes in the oranges before. But I poked holes in some of the apples, so like, the thought was half there. ADHD, man, really fucks you up sometimes. So oranges are represented by the sun, and they are a masculine energy, and they also are great for luck, money, wealth, and prosperity. And then we're gonna do an apple slice. Apples are feminine energy, and they kind of are representative for love, wisdom, fertility, healing. These ones are going to be the car charms that go in the vehicles just for like peace, prosperity, and protection. The rest of this is just getting randomly strung up. I've been trying to get better about being proactive whenever I'm depressed instead of letting my mental illnesses just consume me. I found this fall specifically, whenever I go through like a depression rut or a depression episode, I kind of just let it happen and I'm like, it is what it is. It just be like that sometimes. And I'm trying to start to train myself to have the mindset that if I find myself slipping into like a depression rut or a depression episode, or I start feeling a certain kind of way, to step back and think like, what can I do to make myself feel better? Which I know sounds like a dumb question, It's very simple. It's not gonna solve all your life problems or anything. It is okay to take time or waste time doing something if it makes you happy. If it contributes to your happiness, it's not a waste of time. Give yourself time to do something for yourself every day. That's what self-care is. And I think self-care should be done every single day. And you are allowed to spend your time doing things for yourself, no matter what they are, as long as you're not hurting anyone. And if anyone makes you feel guilty or ashamed or embarrassed or belittled by that, fuck them. They should do more self-care too and be more open. And that's what I've been trying to learn. Today, that consists of putting apples and oranges on a fucking string. This is my self-care today. Also, I can feed nature, which is cool as shit because nature is the one place I go for all my mental breakdowns. I love sitting in the grass and having a good cry. We might do that today, who knows? I am loving the way these are turning out. I put star anise on the front of them because star anise is great for protection. It's great for all kinds of protection, but psychic protection specifically. We got the oranges for wealth and luck and prosperity. We got the apple slices for love and healing and femininity. And then we got the cinnamon stick, and we also have sprinkled cinnamon, which is great for protection, prosperity, money, success. Cinnamon is a really great herb to always have. Is it an herb? Spice? It's a spice. Okay. It lived. It is tea time. I got my herbs from my at-home apothecary and we're going to do a tea blend. This is my favorite tea blend. It has some of the same ingredients as the Tamed Wild brand Full Moon tea. However, this has gotten way too expensive and they only sell it as half of the size and it's like double the price now. So I don't buy this anymore and I make my own. But I find it's really great in the winter because it has a lot of like autumnal and winter flavors in it, like cinnamon, apple, stuff like that. This is great for full moons, autumn, winter, and it's just fucking delicious. It's a black tea base with other herbs and flavoring in it, so it's just... I don't use measurements. I kind of eyeball it and do it to taste, so obviously use your own judgment. If you like cinnamon chips, add more. If you don't like cinnamon, add less. That's kind of my measurement philosophy. So, black tea. This is Twinnings, just a black tea blend. It smells so good. What are these? Not what I wanted. Those are. I have some cinnamon chips. These are just cinnamon sticks that I literally ground up into chips. I'm gonna put them through my mortar and pestle and kind of grind them down a little bit more. Oh shit, I crushed eggshells. I need to wash this. I'm using about a handful of cinnamon chips. Cinnamon is great for cold and flus, which typically come in the fall and winter time. It's probably like 2 cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon chips not only taste amazing, and that's probably like the main reason I add them, but it's good for digestion. Not to mention it smells incredible, it tastes incredible. I like to do about a handful of rose petals. Rose petals have antioxidants. I use them a lot for self-love. Looks about right. I'm gonna add a little bit of clove. Clove is a great antiseptic, but it's very strong, so I don't add too much. For the whole bowl, I'd probably add like maybe that much. Do you remember earlier when I was saying thoughts were not thunk when I was doing something? I'm having one of those moments again. I didn't pre-cut them, so I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit and see how these things cut after they've been dried. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, okay, cool. They're actually really easy to cut. I just need them in like that size. I add about a whole handful of orange. I try to do equal part orange peels and rose petals because I like the both flavors evenly. And now we're gonna do apple chips. These I also have to make smaller than they are, so I'm gonna crush them in my mortar and pestle as well. And I do about a handful of those. And then lastly, because I am a depressed bitch, I add either Demania or St. John's wort. These are both amazing for depression. Demania is an aphrodisiac, which sounds weird to be putting in a tea blend for like winter and stuff. However, it is a mood booster. It makes you feel real good, makes you feel nice. I'm sure in larger doses, it can make you feel really... It's an aphrodisiac. So I'm sure in like big doses, it can be used for that. However, smaller doses, such as what we're doing right now, it's a mood booster. It's also great for any kind of like self-love rituals that you do on the like witchy side. But I'm also gonna add a little bit of St. John's wort. St. John's wort is also great for depression. I usually do one or the other. I usually don't do both. However, times are tough this winter and I need help, so we're gonna do both. So there it is, a tea blend for winter blues and full moons. I didn't just fart, that was definitely my elbow. Fucking now it's not gonna, I hate when that happens. I hate when you make a noise and someone looks at you and you can't remake that noise. But at the same time, I also hate that if it were to have been a fart, people are judging about that, even though everyone farts. Like everyone has anal air that comes out of there. Yet if you do it, people are like, I think I made the perfect amount to fit into this jar without measuring anything. Look at that. Perfect. I highly encourage you to do something today that makes you happy, and I highly encourage you to do something for yourself every single day, regardless of what anyone in your life says about it or tells you or how they make you feel about it. Something that's been a really big game changer for me in my like mental health depression journey, I have found... Stereo, are you done? Are you done now? You want to do it one more time just for shits and giggles? Yeah, I thought so. Anywho, as I was saying before Stereo, a big part of my mental health journey has been realizing that self-care needs to be taken seriously. Self-care isn't for when you hit rock bottom. It should be something that you do every single day to prevent you from getting to rock bottom. I understand taking a bath with a bath bomb, doing a face mask, like that is self-care, and I'm not gonna dog on that. I do that once a week. But self-care is not limited to just that. Do you hear her trying to bust down this fucking door? It took me a really long time to also realize that self-care is not selfish, and it sucks, the stigma that's around it, that people think it can be selfish if you do it too consistently. But here's the thing. The people who made me feel like self-care or doing something for myself is selfish are the people who aren't doing things for themselves either. So for them, because they don't prioritize themselves, to them it does look selfish when I prioritize myself because they're not used to that. So that's me projecting my previous hardships to you and hoping that maybe you can learn a lot sooner than I did. Self-care is not selfish and you should do it every day, and please let me know what you are going to do today to make yourself happy. I also encourage you to be more proactive. The definition of proactive is creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it's already happened. Sometimes it's okay to not get the absolute most done every single day. When you're doing that and you're focusing more on being productive every single day so intensely, you're gonna burn yourself out. Being productive is good, but you don't have to be doing the absolute most. It's okay to slow down and be present in the moment and take your time to do things. Let me know what you're gonna do to be proactive and take a step towards self-care. And if you have a bad mental health day, or you feel burnt out, or you're stuck in a rut, then be gentle with yourself and be kind to yourself and care for yourself. Self-care is not selfish, and it can be anything that you want it to be, and you are only limited to your imagination. I was having one of those days the other day where the winter blues were just hitting hard. So I up and went randomly to the pumpkin patch. Even though it's technically winter, I live in Florida, so it is just now getting to be cold enough weather where I can wear a long sleeve or a sweater or a jacket and not have a heat stroke. And sometimes that's all it takes to feel a little bit better, is to just plan something for you. Be proactive with your mental health and do something every day for self-care. That is my depressed bitch tips for today. I was having one of those days the other day where the winter blues were just hitting hard. So I up and went randomly to the pumpkin patch.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. Something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes. Out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes.
Look how orange it is. Oh, and it's got, yeah, that's mine. That's definitely, motherfucker.
Undercover And I want to take my mind.